really, I thought this game was going to be a lot more one-sided than it was. It still ended in the result that I thought it was going to be at the start, but this game, it was so close. No Logic Gaming came so close. What went wrong for them, Ape Mother?
I think it was just the experience of OG, like, shining through. And,
Okay.
like, these small, tiny mistakes can just upset your entire game. So they were ahead and doing very well, very well.
Very well.
But, like, once you go high ground, it's kind of... They got the racks even.
Yes.
But tiny mistakes can just set you back immediately. So.
Yeah.
OG is very experienced.
There was some really nice plays as well from OG, like just clutch plays that I think turned around the game. Which is one I picked for your drawing board.
All right.
I mean, Lumi, you casted that game. If you now step back and go mid helicopter view, what went wrong, you feel? What was the... Was there a key point?
Yeah, the key point was they got the bot Rex,
Yeah.
and they decided to take the fight after they got the bot Rex, when they didn't have to.
Okay.
I thought they could have just
Backed off.
backed off scot-free, got items, and then go take the mid Rex and then top Rex. So I think if NLG come back and look at the replay, they themselves will identify a lot of things that they could have done differently and won the game. So it's a painful learning experience.
Very painful one, as this could cost them a spot at DreamHack Winter. That's of course why they're still playing, because they still have a chance of making it to DreamHack Winter. And they need to win 2 games out of the 4 they have tonight. And hereby already number 1 not happening. Let's take a look at the clip that Shane selected for the Luminous analysis.
All right, so what's the clip, Shane?
I don't know. It looks different now. This is not the clip I picked. All right,
Just
let's
roll
play
it.
Let's see
play
what.
the clip.
This is definitely not what I picked.
It's fine. What's happening here?
Okay, so Gyro's gonna run away, and he's gonna get glimpse backs from long distance, and they throw everything onto him,
Oh, nice.
and he
glimpse.
doesn't die. That's the start of the fight.
And this is
Oh, the
the
Juggernaut
great.
jumped to somewhere else.
Okay, yeah.
And this is where the
Fantastic.
Bot Rex fight has already happened. This fight, this maybe a nail in the coffin.
They still have to use quite a lot to commit to the gyrocopter kill as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, now it is. So they keep chasing. And if you actually watch Miracle, he commits on Spartan. He gets the Lotus Orb buff, and then Madara is down on the high ground. But Excalibur, he tries to use the high ground to kill off Miracle. But then there's Force Staff from Moon Meander. All right, watch this, watch this. This is actually ridiculous. All right. So he Force Staffs him down. Miracle moves a tiny bit back.
Soon.
Yeah, soon. And then gets the, like, God tier shackle off. And then it's pretty hard.
And then they die.
Yeah, they both die.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Can we roll it back, actually, though? Like, back. Keep going backwards. Keep going back.
How far do you want to go
Yeah,
back?
here. So you're running your NLG. Dazzle just bought back.
Yeah.
Is there any reason to take this fight?
You're 3 versus 4 already. You know the gyrocopter is
Your
dead.
Lina already used ult. Like, is there actually
You
any
don't
reason
have
to
a
take this fight?
Juggernaut alt either.
So what happens is that Tusk miss off his blink and he blink into the river. So he's also gonna die. I think they were trying to save the Tusk, but
Yeah, kind of.
just let him go.
Let him go. He tried
There's no reason
Yeah.
to take this fight, Jimmy.
He tried to blink across the ledge.
Yeah,
but didn't.
Juggernaut's gonna...
Like Dragonite just commits down to the hill. It doesn't look good, you know.
No.
So
Especially when you don't have reveal for the Glimmer Cape.
I don't know. It's like it's easy for us to go armchair Dota here, right? Like, but when you're in the moment, and you're in there, you want to just go.
Yeah, I guess they
boy.
felt like we have to turn, otherwise they're
That's-
just gonna chase us down with the slaughter.
Yeah, maybe.
'Cause he's so good at chasing. I don't know.
They did come very close though. And they
They
did something really right in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, Excalibur was running around just getting solo pickoffs with his Lina. Like his choice to go for a Bloodstone was awesome because he had so much uptime on his roaming. Like he didn't have to go back to base at all.
What do you guys think about the Glimmer Cape first on the Wind Ranger? I thought it made sense, but it was kind of strange.
Yeah, I think exactly the same. I was like, Wind Ranger's problem is she doesn't have that much mana. She struggles with mana a lot because her mana pool is not great, and her spells cost a lot of mana. So
Yeah.
like
And Glimmer Cape costs a lot
yeah,
of
exactly.
money
That's what I mean. It's like 140 mana or something.
Yeah, it's very
So-
difficult to sustain.
But I get why you want it in this game, but it doesn't synchronize.
Was it
with-
worth?
Yeah.
I mean, the
You want
good,
the mana pool from the point booster or something.
yeah, she did get the axe afterwards, and it worked out fine, but questionable.
So what should No Logic Gaming do to emphasize on the things they did right in the next game. To basically do the same thing then again, and then to actually win with the things they did right.
I think if they did the exact same draft again and just played it better, I think they'd actually.
I mean, if they played that game, they would have won. So
yeah, definitely. They actually played amazingly. It's just one or two tiny mistakes, and OG is the kind of team that will capitalize on that. You know what I mean? They'll take a complete advantage of it.
Is it worth for them to maybe go for an all-in lineup to make sure that they ended before 30 minutes?
no, I don't think so. I mean, like, as we concluded the last draft, A Mother even said that we thought OG had the better draft.
And they did, yeah.
It's just that NLG played better in the early game. Like, this shows that NLG can take game off of OG.
Yeah, they had
don't need to go risky or anything. Just do your own game, man.
They had the aggressive draft, as we said as well. Like, and they found the opportunities that they needed to like snowball.
They did. One thing actually that I found during the early stages of the game, it seems that OG always between 12 and 17 minutes kind of rotates to make a 5-man rotation, or at least have 5 people on the same lane after successful gank. And No Logic Gaming seemingly not entirely aware of that. They had, because they were on the aggressive, right? They had so many aggressive wards in the enemy jungle. They kind of got caught out by their rotation in their own jungle because they didn't have wards over there. How do you feel like did you I'm a support player, so I pay attention to people placing wards. Lumi, I know you probably will do the same. Did you have a chance to kind of analyze that slightly when you were casting?
I honestly think it's always good to drop deep wards, especially when you have like a hero like Lina, because it sets up so many ganking opportunities. But yeah, maybe going into game 2, maybe around that moment in time, focus more on river wards, because that's where the T1 tower fights happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the warding was fine. Nothing really stood out to me as like, oh, they lack vision here, or anything like that. So.
Well, very aggressive vision is what they have. We're gonna find out what the teams have in store for each other in the next game, because the draft is on the way. Once again, No Logic Gaming is on the Dire side. They also have the first pick, and it will be OG on the Radiant side, who have second pick. So far, Darkseer removed, I removed.
Nothing too crazy, I guess.
Darkseer, maybe the surprising one. No Logic Gaming had it in the previous game, and I actually thought it worked out quite okay. It's just in the later stages, it didn't really, even if he got a 5-man vacuum wall, it didn't really seem to do as much as you would want it to.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Lightstrike Away was on cooldown actually for that one.
Yeah, it's one of those Darkseer drafts that they picked it for the laning and not much for the team fights.
They had the combo.
They had the combo. Yeah.
LSA, basically.
Or I guess Static Storm as well.
Yeah,
but,
that.
Yeah.
It was pretty good combo.
Okay. So Excalibur, Shadow Fiend. I kind of like this actually. I think No Logic Gaming, it's kind of a different style to their last game.
It's not awesome.
You know, in this game they're going more for the 5-man, less for the pick-off, judging by the Shadow Fiend. You know, you get the mechanism and group up with them.
I mean, they could have got Gyro, Dazzle again. Yeah. But from the last game, they saw how much Slaughter was able to do against this team.
Yeah,
maybe they just have difficulty positioning against Crushes.
And Slaughter and Shadow Fiend has a really good synergy as well,
right.
Overall. With the negative armor and the fact that he can initiate with the...
10 seconds.
Moon actually had a really decent timing on his Blink Dagger. I think it was 13 minutes in that he had it.
5 seconds
Instantly could put it to work as well. Looking out for those kind of timers, I guess, for seeing more aggression coming for the teams.
It's also very hard to be aggressive against the Dazzle as well. Like, in the last game, it was more solo pickoffs because OG kind of didn't really play their usual style. They kind of split up a bit more. But in this game,
yeah, that's why it's such a stable opener. Like, you saw people trying to play Axe against Dazzle back in the days, but they kind of counter each other, you know.
Yeah, like late game, the minus armor just destroys Axe.
Yeah, exactly.
Radiant team ban.
I don't know. I can still see it working out sometimes, especially since Slaughter is a kind of weak melee hero. I don't know.
The Lich is interesting. I guess it's like a counter to the minus armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just get the picking it just for that.
I guess it would be either a Sven or a Lich. I like that OG still ban out the Sven just in case. At least Lich.
Don't they just always ban these
They ban him a lot.
counters?
They ban him a lot. That's
even
true.
though they don't pick meeple.
It looks very standard, right?
Radiant.
What's your thought on the Prophet ban, despite the fact that Moon Slaughter has been already picked? Obviously, he's a very versatile hero. Have we even seen Slaughter being played on any other position?
Doesn't crit?
I guess they could.
I think they played
I think
support
No-Tail
crit
would be able to play it as well.
Slaughter.
Crit plays it,
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, if you have 3 on Slaughter, you have a pretty
5 seconds
aggressive
remaining.
setup. You can just go ham everywhere.
That's showing a lot of respect to Moon's Prophet, right? Because this is a Slaughter off lane most of the time.
But there is like, we don't want to deal with that. We're just gonna ban it out.
Yeah.
It wasn't even seen in the previous game.
No, it was banned, wasn't
It was
it?
banned,
Yeah,
yeah.
same
face
position.
mask,
Previous game as well?
Yeah, exactly. It's unbanned.
Together with the Lich.
They ban out the. Okay. So at the moment, No Logic Gaming don't really. They lack stuns. They also have quite like. Lich is a very defensive support. Like he pulls the lane
Yeah.
back. He like shields your guy. What like is there a way to take advantage of this?
Is there a way to do what?
Take advantage of just
Dire
having such a
team
defensive support. Like. I guess.
Usually, I don't know. He's very strong in like lane presence. What you want to do is like jump someone and kill them. You don't want to have a dragged out laning phase. You want to be like, you want the Tusk Nightstar kind of roaming
Yeah.
thing going on.
Ooh, Rubik.
There we go.
I guess that's a way to take advantage of defensive support. You go somewhat greedier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get a decent team fight. The problem for me is that when I see Slaughter versus Lich in general, Slaughter really stretches out the team fight because he's so mobile, and it makes Chain Frost such a weak spell. Like you generally see, you rarely see bounces, and of course we do see the Juggernaut pickup. What's your thought on?
My thought is, would you not rather want the Ancient Apparition instead of the Rubik? Because the heal that's going to come out from Team OG, the sustain that they have
Yeah.
if they try to go for your tower, if they pick up a hero that can actually take down towers fast, this game is going to end within 20 minutes. They're okay. They have the Ancient Apparition still as
It's like
well.
a
Radiant
NLG
Lich?
did this before. They offlane Lich against, I believe, Sing Sing's Ember,
They
and
did, yeah.
completely decimated the experience gain of that hero. This game,
At
I'm
the
not
same
sure.
time, you can just push his tower down. Because
Yeah.
if you sacrifice a creep, you're gonna have one less creep on your wing.
Sure, and I think in this
10
game against
seconds
Juggernaut, that's going to be a problem, right? Because
Yeah.
Juggernaut can push down your tower
Just
quickly.
healing ward and go.
5
Yeah.
seconds
And is it going to
remaining.
be already? Is the Ancient Apparition also going to be ready by the time that they start pushing? He might not even be level 6 yet
Reserve
because
Yeah.
of the amount of heal they have and
Yeah,
sustain.
we,
they
we
have.
saw that T2 fight on the top lane, and that Disruptor was like level 5
Yeah.
when they made that dove. So that is a concern. To me, Rubik and AA are both very greedy level-wise heroes.
And if they go behind, they just get destroyed.
They cannot go behind.
Yeah.
You don't pick Lich to go behind.
Okay,
at any
so
stage,
so what do they need for their 5th hero? Because
the-
they need something. They need a miracle worker.
That does it all. Maybe even a Meepo. Because Ancient Apparition.
Will Meepo have the time though?
Well, Meepo will take up the space that these heroes will give him. You know what I mean? Like Lich doesn't really take space later into the game.
True.
He's kind of a core that takes a lot of farm, and you only have one other person that's even going to want a little bit of farm.
They need a Madara hero, right?
They have a
Yeah.
Winter Wyvern though. Like probably the best counter in the game against Meepo.
Very.
I don't
Very
think
good.
it's going to be a Meepo here.
No, but
Gyro is the one that
I'm
is
thinking more
Dire team
because
back.
they're other like the Lich, Rubik, Ancient Apparition. These guys, they don't really do a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In fact,
Radiant
isn't this a
team
good game for Meepo for OG? Because these heroes are
Yeah.
Could be.
It could
food.
be for sure.
they're food for Meepo.
I mean, he's gonna blow them up.
He is. It's not going to be pretty.
There's the space for him to farm as well. Because Juggernaut can already fight fairly early, even if he doesn't have that much farm. He can have just the levels. Dazzle and Winter Wyvern, same story.
10 seconds remaining.
This is looking pretty scary for No Logic
They
Gaming.
could pick Magnus
5
actually.
seconds
They could
Lina
go
it
for the
is.
Lina.
You don't want the
Hybrid.
big
Team
ulti kind of hero, like, because they have Rubik, right?
Mhm.
True. But it's
It's
more.
like Brewmaster, Magnus, kind of same. Like it's so easy to steal the big ulti.
That's true. Lina's a pretty big ulti though.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
good ults that you could kind of take here.
A lot of good ults, yeah. Like the curse is amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. Just because of the cast range on
Yep.
it, you can kind of
10
control a team
seconds
fight just by
remaining.
not being in it.
The magical hero of No Logic Gaming.
5 seconds remaining.
The magical hero that's going to be the
Well, last
glue.
time they just jammed a Slark and it worked out, right? For Madara.
I guess, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
This is not a Slark game, though, is it?
No.
They need a hero that can do well with just levels rather than farm, because you never know how much farm you're going to get. It's going to be an
Ember.
Ember Spirit.
I don't know about this.
Could work. Could be a disaster.
Could work, could be a disaster. Wow.
It's like
That's not a lot of confidence.
That is not a lot of confidence. So, Ape Mother, to go back to what you said before the previous game, No Logic Gaming, they need to outdraft and outplay. Last game they had an even draft, according to you, and they outplayed, at least at the start, but later
Yeah.
on, not anymore. How do you feel about this game?
I feel OG. Like they're still in their comfort zone. I'm not so sure about NLG in this one.
Do you feel like they're outdrafted?
Tiny bit maybe.
Lumi, what do we need to look out for No Logic Gaming to do well?
When Excalibur first splits, Miracle.
Okay, nothing changed from the previous game then. Shane, what do you reckon?
Oh, if No Logic get behind at any stage, it's going to be very, very tough. I think OG are going to put the pressure on and take the game.
It's going to be bloody, I fear. Well, we're going to find out how this game is going to end very soon, because it's time for Game 2 of OG versus No Logic Gaming with Lumi and OD Pixel.